Friday the 13th Part 6, Jason Lives. It's a weird movie, to say the least. In this one, they bring Jason back to life for some reason. And yeah, it definitely makes a triumphant return to the series. It kind of brings back the iconic slasher villains. And just makes it kind of more dark and brooding than the goofiness of the last one. And also, well, Part 4, that was a bit goofy as well, I won't lie. But, I enjoyed it either way. This definitely offers a fresh take on the beloved horror franchise, and it's really interesting, so let's get into it. Friday the 13th Part 6 picks up where the previous installment left off, with Tommy Jarvis, now played by Tom Matthew, still haunted by his traumatic encounters with Jason Voorhees. He's determined to ensure that Jason remains dead though. So Tommy and his mate venture to Jason's grave and destroy his body. However, their plan backfires because they just sort of shove a rod straight into Jason's body in the middle of a lightning storm. I don't know what you guys expected, but yeah, Jason's back to life now, and he looks even worse than before. I'm not joking. So yeah, Jason embarks on a new killing spree at the newly reopened Camp Forest Green, formerly Camp Crystal Lake, and Tommy races against time to warn the authorities and stop Jason once and for all. And he gets arrested. Meanwhile, though, a group of camp counselors, including Megan, who is the sheriff's daughter, find themselves caught in the crossfire as they try to protect themselves from the killer. So yeah, this movie definitely breathes new life into the franchise. It's really interesting to see, and I actually really enjoy this one. This is one of my last favourite Friday the 13th movies before they just become really goofy and stupid. Like the one where Jason becomes a slug at the end, and in the middle and the beginning. Yep, talking about Jason Goes to Hell. That movie sucks. But yeah, I just hate that movie so much. I'm just gonna rip on it any chance I get. But this movie is definitely really cool. It's kind of got a more self-aware and humorous tone, and I like it. The director definitely brings a fresh energy to the series, which was definitely needed after the last few. And it definitely just enhances the film's appeal, and the film's opening sequence, which is more reminiscent of classic monster movies, really sets the stage for a more supernatural and action-packed Jason. And it's really, really in there. Jason's just blood, guts, and everything in this movie, and it's awesome. And that's really just one of the standout aspects of the movie. It's just the acknowledgement of the absurdity, which is really all over the slasher genre at this point, but it's definitely inside of this movie. And the film definitely embraces the meta-narrative, with characters making reference to horror tropes, and also acknowledging the improbability of their situation. The self-awareness kind of adds a layer of humour without just undermining the tension and the horror. I personally think that's one of the best aspects of Scream. Had to. Also, Colin, this is a thing to my mate Colin from the Horrific Podcast. If you're watching this, Scream is amazing. So yeah, another great aspect of the Scream franchise, which is why I love the Scream franchise for being amazing, is just how it perfectly balances self-awareness and how it perfectly balances the horror. Because it's just really cool. Shout out to Colin. And yeah, this one's just definitely interesting because, you know, all the actors, they deliver great performances. Tom Matthews delivers a great performance as Tommy Jarvis. He portrays the character's determination and his desperation with trying to just figure out why the hell he was so dumb enough to go to Jason's grave and try and kill him forever when he was already dead. Why not just leave it, mate? Like, the last one was literally just a copycat killer. Like, he's obviously dead now. You stabbed him several times with a, what's it called, machete. Yeah, the film's practical effects and gore, though, are definitely a highlight. It showcases great and really gruesome deaths that really just is why I love the series. It's just the perfect blend of practical effects and the atmospheric cinematography, which creates a visually striking film that really just enhances a sense of dread and suspense. And it really does work. I really enjoyed this movie, and that was all due to just the creative direction, the really interesting kills, and everything else that went along with it. However, there's always a however, there are some flaws. Like every great movie, this suffers with some pacing issues. Like, you know, there are absolutely amazing movies which have no pacing issues, such as Oppenheimer, unless you're, like, a Gen Alpha kid who sits on your iPad all day and watches, like, TikTok. But, if you haven't spent the last 15 years of your life watching brain rot, you'll probably be able to just watch this movie all together and not really feel it, but yeah. I kind of felt that it was a bit just too long in some of the parts of the movie. Similar to the first one, there are some scenes that dragged on a little bit, especially nearer the middle of the movie where Tommy's just literally sat in a jail cell. Well, you know, it's kind of funny to watch just his desperation with trying to get out, and then they're just like, no, you're a psychopath, sit down. It's just great. But yeah, that's pretty much it for Friday the 13th, Part 6, Jason Lives. It's really a standout entry in the franchise. It offers a perfect blend of horror, humour, and action. With its self-aware tone, strong performances, and creative kill, the film revitalises the series and provides a thrilling experience for both long-time fans and newcomers. For those seeking a horror film that doesn't just take itself really seriously and is just kinda gory at the same time as being stupid, I recommend this movie. It's pretty fun at some points, it's also pretty dumb at other points. It's also kinda long at some points, but what do you expect from a Friday the 13th movie? And yeah, that's it. What do you guys think of this movie? Let me know in the comments below if you have seen this movie. If you haven't seen this movie, as I said, I recommend it. But yeah, until next time, thank you for watching this video. Subscribe if you want to, like the video if you want to. Until next time, bye-bye.